Hey, what's up, everybody? Oh man, I hope you are enjoying your 4th of July weekend. You got to see what we got cooking. We got a ton of motorcycles. We got Jack Robinson here. We got Pops in the house. Let's give you a little walk around tour. And we got a special 4th of July milestone as my beloved Hayabusa hit 20,000 miles exactly. What a journey it has been. What a great bike it is. We're going to talk about that. There's Jack Robinson. He's a Hayabusa guy. So is Pops. But we've got a lot of other motorcycles to see in Pops' awesome man cave. We're also going to find what he parked his Hayabusa for and why. We're going to talk about motorcycle drag racing on the West Coast in the year 2020 and when we will get back to action and we will see a new, unbelievable, wild creation. Stick with us and enjoy this Cycle Drag Garage Tour. Now, I'm somewhat reluctant to do this video and maybe even a tad bit embarrassed because, Jack, I don't think my Hayabusa has ever been so dirty. But as you just pointed out, that means, hey,
that means you ride.
We ride. We put some serious miles on it.
That's it.
Speaking of serious miles, we know you're a Hayabusa drag racer, but what do we have here? Tell me about this.
This is my 2019 CVO Street Glide, 117 cubic inch motor. Tuned, makes 127 horsepower, 132 foot-pounds of torque at rear wheel. Wow. And this is a completely stock motor. Stock pipes, stock everything. It is straight up a beast.
How would you compare this to the sport bikes that you ride out there on the road? Is it just the comfort? Is it so alluring when you realize how comfortable one of these bikes are?
The comfort is outstanding. All the creature comforts, the stereo, the GPS, anything you can possibly imagine this motorcycle will do. It's easy, 1 up, 2 up, it doesn't matter. And as we found out today, this front end does like to come up really easy when you hammer it pretty hard.
Any desire to take it down the drag strip with all this bagger stuff going on?
Not this one.
Okay.
Not this one. I might build one, but then again, maybe not. I just don't know. If I do, it'll be a big motorbike. I'll have to compete with my good buddy John Cabral in that aspect.
Oh, we got to tip our cap to him. What an accomplishment, huh?
John is a hell of a racer, and Augie Herrera on that bike just made that bike the fastest bagger on the planet.
That was very cool. Well, Jack, speaking of drag racing, I think we better head in the garage and see what Pop has cooking because he's got a lot of bikes in there.
There we go.
This is the legendary Pops Castaneras from After Hours Racing. Pops, how you doing? Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July to everybody.
Thank you for having us here to your workshop in Hemet, California. Is that where we're at?
We're in San Jacinto.
Thank you very much. Close to Hemet, right?
Yes, right next door.
Close to Hemet. Well, we got a lot to see. Let's start with this piece of history. Here's a motorcycle that was featured on Cycle Drag recently, blew up in views. It is the classic GPZ 550. What is up with this?
Well, I wound up draining the battery on it. It's a very small battery, so my wife is learning how to ride, so I strapped her Harley battery on the back. Racetrack type of situation. And we got her down and she spent an hour riding this in the parking lot owned by a legendary racer, Larry Minor.
Yeah, who's not very far away from here, is he?
Across the street from me. 58 Wallies, okay? And just inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Well, I can't wait to talk to Larry, and I know Larry would approve of this bike because this is a great starter bike, right?
Yes,
I mean, this is a great...
It is a great starter bike. It's a pretty good drag bike too if people don't miss gears. In your video, this is the bike that was more than halfway down the track when I left the line and walked all over him with my black and orange Busa.
Pops, come on, you're gonna take that from him?
Well, I wasn't riding it, okay? Had I been riding it, he would have lost the match.
Oh, there's the true story.
It's rivalry. Pops and I have been racing together for years.
20 years.
His series race, him and I have won it more than anybody else. You know, so it speaks for itself. The only time he wins is when I'm not racing, though. Just for the record.
It's a beautiful bike. I certainly love it. Now, what else do we have? I see we got the big bad Boulevard over here. Tell me the story behind this.
This is my 2014 M109R Boss. I raced this actually one season while the Busa was out of commission. This bike is a handful. I learned a lot of valuable lessons. I've been riding it on the street since I bought it. Drag racing with this thing, this is definitely you ease into the throttle. I've tried everything from 3,000 down to 1,500 RPM, leaving and dumping the clutch, and that front end just stands up. It's pretty fun to ride. It's a great bike. It has all the creature comforts of a Harley and the suspension of a Hayabusa.
How many motorcycles do you have, Jack?
Currently, 6.
Wow, nice. Now, if someone's gonna ask, is it for sale?
Yes, this bike is for sale.
Whoa, okay. Any price info you want to put out there, or just get a hold of you?
10 grand.
Okay, 10 grand. They can get you on Facebook, Jack Robinson 4, right?
Yep.
Beautiful. There it
It's
is, guys.
also been tuned, so this bike is a beast.
Right, you got your own dyno service, and we know people have asked about that. Are you still tuning bikes right now, or are you too busy?
We are still tuning bikes.
Okay. Well, speaking of bikes that you have tuned, we did a video with this amazing Buell Drag bike that was so rich we could smell it, we could taste it, but now all of a sudden, through your magic, we're making improvements, aren't we?
Yes, so we learned a lot on this bike while we had it on the dyno. The wiring was basically track fixes. So we had a rectifier that had 6 wires trying to charge the battery.
This will be right here.
Along with the stator. So we're fixing that, rewiring the bike. So the gentleman who owned this bike before was running 1090s on it. And that's when this bike was making 58 horsepower choking on itself. So now we got it smoothed out. It could use a little bit more tuning, but we have to fix this wiring up first. So this bike will be mid-low 9s to start, and then once it gets a little more comfortable on it, I'll probably turn it all the way down. So running the high 8s maybe.
Wow. How excited are you for this, Pops?
Oh,
This is a
man.
heck of a motorcycle.
Never been strapped down on a bike where my feet go to the back peg, so it's going to be a real challenge for me. So it's going to be fun. Okay, 69 years of age this year in July,
God bless you.
and I'm making a change.
Yep.
Off a Busa and onto a Buell.
So this is a Harley Davidson 1200 motor to start with, but now it's a full SMS build. So this thing is a beast.
15-to-1 compression with cams. It's got Carrillo rods in it. It's had a lot of work done to it. The bike runs really hard, and she just needed some TLC and somebody who can ride her. That's the bottom line.
Biggest question I have, Pops, how and why do you go from a Hayabusa to this at age 69?
Well, my wife said that at 69 I needed to slow down a little bit. So, happy wife, happy life. So, Jack and I went and bought this bike, and only because Jack said that we can tune it at first to run the 1090s that she wants, and then without anybody knowing, by the end of the year I'll be running in the high 8s or low 9s.
Oh man, Jack, you were an accomplice in this plan, I see.
Yeah.
Let's hope she doesn't see this video. Are we
She
gonna?
will.
Oh boy.
She will.
Okay.
And she knows that's what's going to happen.
And the other thing is our project here.
Yeah, let's take a look at what we have over here. Speaking of your wife.
Now right here
Is
is
this for-
my wife's project.
Okay.
I'll let Jack tell you about it.
What do we got, Jack?
Okay, so this is a custom built Harley, 88 cubic inch motor. It's built on a soft tail frame. Springer front end. This bike had been sitting for 10 to 12 years.
Yeah.
Tanks were completely messed up. Things like the brakes didn't work. They were all gummed out. Throttle cables were just shredded. So we're working on getting this one back together.
It'll run this weekend.
Yep, it'll be running this weekend. It'll be on the road probably within the next 4 weeks. We're gonna have to put some tires on it, but it looks very promising for her.
It's a beautiful bike.
Well, it's a good idea to get her involved too, because if she's out there having fun, I think she'll be maybe a little more enthusiastic to see you go fast, right?
Well, that was the purpose of the GPZ ride. And then we rode for 2 weeks on the GPZ, and then I took her out on my Harley Softail, and thought I was going to have to give her some instruction, and then halfway through it, I said on the film, "Why am I here?" She just took off on my big Harley and handled like it was nothing.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, it is.
Well, guys, 2020, we could sum it up pretty much by what we're doing here. There's been a whole lot of time in the garage, bench racing, working on bikes. The good news is you said next weekend out here on the West Coast. They are slated to race at Samoa. We're getting excited for that.
And I am looking for Joe. Turbo Joe.
Uh-oh.
Okay? Turbo Joe, you're mine.
I like it. I like it. What do you guys think? I mean, at this point, no one knows what's going on. Are we going to get back to racing on the West Coast? Are we going to see a Fontana this year?
No, I don't believe we're going to see a Fontana because of what our glorious governor is doing. But I do believe we're going to get a couple races in. We're going to have to travel. And the best thing we can do is work on next year. So I'm going to use the rest of this year to have fun and learn the bike and be ready to go next year. It's been 8 years since I competed. So I just want to have fun at the age of 69.
Well, you're going to have some fun next weekend at Samoa. That's a great track. How about for you, Jack?
I'll be crew chiefing up in Samoa. I'll be crew chiefing for Pops, Turbo Joe, yourself if you make it up there to help out with people up there. I'll be helping Tony Ruggiero if he needs help. Anybody that needs help, I'll be helping them with their bikes, etc. Dan Martin will be running my Busa, hopefully up there. He said he wanted to go up there, so I'm waiting to find out if he shows up out there. So therefore, if he has any issues with my bike, I can, do a little bit of tuning to it from the track. So we'll see how it goes from there.
No doubt, guys.
And then next year will be a whole lot better racing year for us.
Amen. Let's hope we can maybe finish strong this year. What do you got, Pops?
Okay, I want you to show everybody
Okay.
the beautiful man cave that my wife gave to me when we moved out here.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, so maybe you can just kind of span around and show everybody this is the way it is right here. This is retirement.
This is what we're doing, guys. 4th of July weekend. We're hanging out in the garage like so many of you. Pops has a beautiful one. Trophies up there, pictures up there. We love seeing your garages and workspaces on Cycle Drag as well. So post about them. If you're watching on Facebook, post a picture, please. Look, we're trying to stay up to date with the pandemic and figure out whether or not we're going to be racing. But we're going to make it through. We're going to make it through, right, Jack?
We are.
Excellent. Anything else you would like to add here?
Everybody's have a great 4th of July.
Well said, guys. Thanks so much for the tour.
You're welcome.
That's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope everybody has a great 4th of July. I hope we get back to racing soon. I'm so excited. I want to thank Jack for helping me out. We got the Hayabusa back there with the brand new MPS Auto Shift and Ryan Schnitz Shift module. Say that one 5 times fast. But it is awesome. We're going to be testing it. We got an install video coming up, and we want to hear about you. How are you passing this time? Are you racing? Let us know. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. Thanks so much, everybody. Yes, we enjoyed that tour thoroughly. Thanks, Pops. And if you have any memories of this great bike, the GPZ 550, make sure you share with us. Also, make sure you check out the video of that bike in action. Well, Suzuki Boulevard fans, remember this one's for sale. Hit up Jack Robinson IV on Facebook. Can't wait to see what Pops' drag bike does on the racetrack. Can't wait to see what his wife does on the racetrack. Look out for her. And we can't wait to start the march towards 30,000 on the Busa. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope we provided you with a little bit of entertainment. That's always what we aim to do. We love motorcycles. You love motorcycles. Let's keep this thing growing. Check it out, guys. Up here on the wall, 100,000 subscribers. I love it. Thank you so much. It's all because of you. We appreciate it. Please come with any story ideas. We love the comments and the feedback. I read every single one of them. The positivity is always appreciated. And you haters out there, I love you too because you keep me on my toes. Thank you for watching no matter what. Guys, to keep this thing growing, please subscribe to Cycle Drag on YouTube, hit the bell for notifications, share with some friends who like drag racing, like motorcycles. This is how we can keep this thing going. And also like cycledrag.com on Facebook. And we'll keep rolling. We'll keep finding those stories. We'll keep finding those impressive high-performance motorcycles that you want to see. Thank you guys so much. Truly appreciate it. If there's anything fast motorcycles involved, we are in. Cycle Drag rolls on. Thanks for subscribing, liking, sharing. If there's anything fast motorcycles involved, we're in. Cycle Drag rolls on.